Nicole from Origin House of Fitness in Fort Collins, Colorado, and today I'm going to lead you through 2 Barre Fitness seat exercises. Seat work is by far one of my favorite portions of class, and we do it last. We only do 2 exercises, but they're super, super intense. It may be a little fun too. So we're going to do 2 exercises. One is going to target your outer seat and thigh, and then the other one is going to target the base of your seat and the back side of your thigh, and we'll do both sides. So we're going to start with outer seat and thigh. All you need is some sort of stable surface to lean on. I obviously have my bar here. If you have a chair or a countertop, actually works really well, or if you have a table that's a little bit taller, that also is a great option. So you're going to come away from your support a little bit, rest your forearm, and then you're going to extend your working leg out. Take a quick peek at your standing leg and make sure your knee is in line with your toes. So I usually turn my foot out a little bit here. Whatever angle works best for you. Rolling your hips, your ribs, and your shoulders open. So everything is open and stacked here. Standing knee is going to stay nice and soft. We're going to start with a little bit bigger range of motion. Bring your arm overhead, palm stays down, and then you're going to squeeze knee and elbow towards one another. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull in. So just starting off with a little bit bigger range of motion here. Few more of these, and then we're going to do the rest of the set with your leg out straight. Last 4, and then we're going to bring your hand to your hip. 3, 2, last one from here. Bring your hand to your hip. Now extend your leg out, really reaching through your heel. Flex your foot, take your leg down an inch and up an inch. Inhale, lower, exhale, left. So lifting your leg is now going to start really working these outer seat and thigh muscles here. Keep your standing leg nice and soft. So that leg is also going to work here. So kind of the rule of thumb in bar, smaller movements are better. They're much more challenging, for sure. Doesn't look like we're doing much here, but this is actually really hard. Lose some of that downward motion, little tiny lifts now, up and up. And if you need to bend your knee and play along, you can do the same exercise, same move with a bent knee. All that does is take out a little bit of your body weight resistance. So that's all we're using here is the weight of your leg. That's it. As much as possible, keep reaching your leg out away from your stabilizing arm and leg here. So lots of length. One more change to go. Keep breathing, that's important too. From here, leg stays lifted, just draw tiny little circles with your heel. Keep breathing through the burn. It should definitely be on fire by now. Opposite direction with your circle to finish, and then we're going to keep working this same leg. We're going to fold ourselves on top of our working surface. Last 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is 10. Number 2 on this same side. Now we're going to target the base of your seat, back side of your thighs. So this is called fold over. We're going to stack your forearms and fold yourself in half. From here, you're going to extend your working leg back behind you. Make sure you level out your hips. You want your back flat here. And sometimes I'll extend my opposite arm out other than the hand that I'm using to rest my head on. You can have both elbows bent, whatever feels right for you. Melt your shoulders down your back. Working leg only is going to move. We're going to take your leg out an inch and in an inch. Inhale, open, exhale, close. So base of your seat, back side of your thigh, all the way into your low back now. And if this fold over position is compressing your low back, maybe you're a little too low or a little too high, you can work in a semi push-up position here. You can also work fully upright. That being said, when you're standing up, it's actually really hard to get your legs straight back behind you. You want to pull your hips forward and under, so you may need to go bent knee. Same position basically, just with a bent knee in an upright position. Still working the base of your seat, back side of your thigh here. So we always have options and modifications. Nice soft bend in your standing knee. That leg is going to work too. That's just bonus. So you're resisting that outward motion, and then you're squeezing your seat to pull your leg back into the midline here. out, in, squeeze your butt to lift. So you're gonna go out, in, and up. So as you're moving up, I really just want you to focus on squeezing or contracting your seat. So I'm not getting any movement through my low back here. That's staying perfectly still because I'm using a tremendous amount of core strength to stabilize my entire body here. Just one more change to go. From here, hold your squeeze into midline, pull your heel all the way into your seat. I like to flex my foot. From here, you're gonna go little tiny squeezes up and up. So your hip point, my right hip in this case, is actually my resistance. I'm maintaining that resistance by using a lot of core strength. And once again, there's no movement through my low back, so I'm not doing this motion. Over time, that is not gonna feel good on your low back here. So like little donkey kicks, like you're making footprints up on your ceiling. Last little bit of work in this position. Then we're gonna switch sides. So you get to see the opposite direction. I'm gonna have my back to you for this next exercise. Last 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is 10. So that's the first side. Now we're gonna repeat those same 2 exercises on the second side. And again, I'm gonna turn my back to you so you can kind of see a different angle. So back to that sideline position. Bring your forearm onto your support. Walk yourself out a little bit. Extend your leg and then adjust the angle, the turnout in your standing stabilizing leg. Knee over second and third toes. Hips, ribs, shoulders are open and stacked. Sweep your arm overhead, nice deep breath. On your exhale, pull knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull in. So just a little bit bigger range of motion here to start. Few more of these and then we're really gonna dig in here. Second side's harder too because your standing leg is working and we just worked it. 3 more of these. 2 more. Last one, bring your hand to your hip, extend your leg out straight, take your leg down an inch and up an inch. Inhale, lower, exhale, left. So nice soft bend in your knee, doesn't have to be much. If you want more of a challenge, you can lunge deeper, but you've got to at least keep a little micro bend here. Stick straight leg if you can. Really thinking about reaching that leg out and away from you. Leg stays lifted, so lose some of that downward motion, little tiny lifts, up and up. And again, if you need to bend your knee, you can do the same choreography here with a bent knee, just a little bit less body weight resistance. So this position works outer seat and thigh all the way up into your side body, your waistline here. One more change to go. Make sure you keep breathing. This is not easy. Leg stays lifted. Draw little tiny circles to finish. Opposite direction to finish out this one, and then we've got to fold back over and get into the back side to finish. Last 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is 10. Last little bit of work left to go back to our fold over position. So stack your forearms, rest your head. Again, if you want to extend your opposite arm out, sometimes that's a nice thing to do here. Level out your hips so that your back is nice and flat. We'll take your working leg out an inch and in an inch. Little open and close. So resisting that outward motion and then big squeeze of your seat to pull your leg back into the midline here. So once again, soft standing knee. Pull your belly in and up. Squeeze your shoulders gently together and down your back so we're not scrunching up by your ears. So in this position too, we're using some core strength for sure to support and stabilize. So we don't want any movement through your low back. Adding on, take your leg out and squeeze your butt to lift. So it's kind of a little L shape. Just making sure we're not kicking your leg up. You're literally just squeezing your seat. One more change to go. From here, hold your squeeze into the midline. Pull your heel into your seat nice and tight. I like to flex my foot. Little bitty squeezes here, up and up. So heel into your seat nice and tight. That's going to activate your hamstrings as well as your glutes. No movement through your low back, so I'm not doing this motion, right? Nice and still and stable here. Last bit of work in this position. So 2 seat positions, both sides. We do this at the end of class. It's not easy. We basically kind of treat it as a peak posture like we would in yoga class. Everything that we do prior kind of prepares us and builds up to this moment. Hang on for 10 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is 10. There you have it, some Barre Fitness seat work. If you want to take a full-length class and experience thigh work, seat work, arm work, core work, the whole shebang, please visit our website. We've got lots of full-length classes there. Otherwise, we hope to see you back in the studio for a class again.